American society is considered to be a melting pot of cultures where people from all over the world mingle. Fast forward from the 18th century when the term was coined. Is this term an unrealistic expectation of America? The term melting pot insinuates immigrants who carry a unique culture should assimilate into American culture. This expectation creates an unwelcoming attitude towards immigrants who are different from American culture. As a result, we will be interviewing students who are minorities and documenting their experiences in American society.
I did because even though I went to high school here, the size of this campus and like of the population was way different from my high school. Like here's like 30,000 students, over there is like around 2,000 students. So yeah, and the all the different cultures overlap. So it was definitely a shock.
Definitely. No, there are definitely times when I was little where I would be like ostracized because I wasn't a part of the culture. But I feel like as people grew older, everyone became more understanding that we were Americans, and then we could like understand each other's cultures. Like for me, I'm more understanding of other cultures now because I'm like slowly being more exposed to other cultures. So I think with more exposure comes more like understanding, and then so like now I no longer feel like an outsider because I like to meet more people of other cultures, other races, and I'm okay with that.
I haven't felt targeted, but I believe that in the Bay Area, as an Indian, a lot of the Indian community had targeted me and other Indian kids to try to fit into their niche and what they believed that Indians should do in America, and that was a lot different than what I expected.
Have you ever witnessed someone targeted because of their culture or race?
Yes, indeed. I have experienced. I have witnessed my younger brother Soham. He also came to America, and he's younger than me, so he is in high school right now. And I have witnessed like horrible mistreatment and racism. I saw that in his English class, he does not have very good handwriting in English because he's used to writing in the Devanagari script, right? And then all the teachers were like, "Oh, out of all the papers, this one has to be the most difficult to understand. Why? Because I cannot read the handwriting." And then everyone saw like, "Oh, ha, that is Soham, stupid boy, Indian boys, so bad handwriting, ha, failure, go back home, go to India."
No, I think quite the opposite. I had felt pressure to remain culturally tied to my roots in India and not become American, and rather become keep as Indian as possible, remain Hindu, and keep practicing our language at home. Came here rather than focus on English studies. My parents would enroll me in Hindi classes to make sure my mother language would stay very in good shape. We don't speak English in the home, or we live in an Indian community, so lots of us aren't really what other people would call American. It's very small place where lots of people know each other, not a lot of diversity. Rather than assimilating into American culture, I've followed more things back in India and politics as well.
Sometimes, like, at home, like, I feel like I've lost my touch sometimes, like, from my Vietnamese background, like, I don't incorporate, like, my ancient, like, roots or history. I don't factor it into, like, my everyday life, and sometimes I just kind of glance over it and, like, ignore it, whereas sometimes, like, it's definitely important to keep in touch with it so that you remember important things about your background.
Okay. See, but that's where the problem is, because there is no solution. Like if we did want to become more of a melting pot, where that's just in order to be more connected to each other, we're gonna have to lose our own original cultural roots. So it's like it's an exchange. It's either if we want to become closer to one another and lose our background, or keep our background and then stay separated. So it's like the American future can only go the two ways. Because I see it's going to be impossible for us in the future for everyone to be connected and know every single cultural root and every history.
In conclusion, the myth of the melting pot in American society has created an unwelcoming environment for immigrants who refuse to assimilate to American culture. The myth created an unrealistic expectations from society that every immigrant will assimilate to American culture. As a result, there is often a hostile environment towards immigrants who have not assimilated to American culture. Therefore, the melting pot is spoiled when one ingredient is not coherent with the rest of the broth. In order to reform American society to make it more welcoming for immigrants, the myth and expectation should be characterized as a tossed salad. This salad embodies the beauty of having a diverse country. The dressing on the salad is the American culture that immigrants absorb, but they also keep the essence of their unique culture.